Hey everybody! On this episode of Unglued Modeler, I'm going to fly.
Yay!
The sim. As you know, I love building RC planes, but I've never actually flown any. I've flown plenty of drones and I've crashed several of those,
Yep.
but but I've never flown the planes, and I really want to. So the best way to learn, or one of the best ways to learn, is on the flight sim.
Yep.
So we have RealFlight 9.5. So let me show you. So we got this little guy, 9.5 here, and then we'll have the links down below. Oh, sorry. And then we also have my little laptop here, so I'll put the link on that. That's an HP Omen. I needed a laptop anyway, so I got one. That's a gaming laptop right there. It's pretty decent price for that. And you can see on RealFlight, we already have it set up. That's a Hobbyco Nexstar. So it's an old trainer. They don't make that one anymore. So I have a pusher that we're going to build. They don't have that on the sim, so this is the next best thing. So, but let's go fly, right?
Yeah,
I'm ready to learn.
Yeah, the sims are great. That's what I learned a long time ago. So it's a great training tool. Mary's gonna fly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right.
Stand by.
Here we go.
All right.
Mary's at the controls.
So I am admittedly not that great.
She knows what the controls do. Like I said, there's 4 channels.
So hold on. I'm gonna take off now.
I'm gonna kind of be quiet here, and if she has any.
So I am pretty familiar with aerodynamics, so I know that stuff. Okay. But I'm still getting used to the controls on the controller. So my patterns aren't the greatest.
Yeah, a little more throttle in the downwind. I can already tell it's kind of high alphine. There you go. A little more throttle for the downwind. There you go.
Oh. And then I know, I'm just practicing on control, so I know I'm not that good.
Yeah, that's the point of the sim though.
Yeah, so, and my biggest problem is, and I know, when you're out in the real world, you have the same problem too, but like it's getting away from me, farther away from me, so I'm having a hard time seeing it.
This is where you lose it.
Yeah,
there.
Base to final?
Base to final is where most people lose it when they're learning.
Yeah, you have to, there we go.
there's our first crash.
Yeah,
so in the sim, that's free.
Yeah.
In real life, that's a whole airplane. All right, let's do this again. That sim's awesome, and I still use it all the time. I practice inverted flight, I practice, knife edge, stuff like that.
Yeah, so when you get better at regular flying, you can practice, more like aerobatic flying, sorry. So, but.
All right, looking good.
And a lot of times I do fly, with company like Matt's around or our buddies around or something like that. But I also fly, practice on my own, and both ways works really well, because when you're alone, you get to like really practice on your own. You don't have any input, but then.
All right, this is looking good. Let's concentrate a little bit. All right, we spoke too soon.
Yeah. So I think the problem I'm having now is I'm actually talking to you guys.
So you need to, as you're.
So he'll talk, I'll just fly.
Yeah, you need to concentrate on flying.
Okay.
So, right off the bat though, use more throttle on takeoff and continue that higher throttle setting into the downwind.
Okay.
There you go, this is a good throttle. There you go, this is looking good. So, on these trainers, once you turn base, you'll roll the throttle back to about half. So now you'll start cutting the throttle, and it'll start descending on its own just because you rolled the throttle down. So now keep your altitude. Now you're coming on the final, and that's where you drop the throttle to 0. Drop it all the way down, because these trainers like to float. Now you just line up the runway, start flaring. All right, that's better.
All right. Yeah. There you go. I'm in one piece. So
it's down on the ground. I think we'll probably have some damage.
So
but
you can see the biggest problem I had was when I turned final, your brain is trying to, figure that your controls are kind of backwards at that point. So you get dumb-thumbed.
Yeah, coming base to final, like she said, that's where everybody has trouble, is when the controls get reversed. But that was way better pattern. Let's we'll do maybe 1 or 2 more. So throttle management and then altitude management is pretty key, obviously. But when you lower the throttle, the plane is naturally gonna just start coming down. So you don't need to force it to come down. All you gotta do is lower the throttle when you want time to land, basically. And then you just work the elevator, essentially. These trainer planes are pretty easy to fly, so you're losing a lot of altitude right there. There you go.
Yeah, I saw that.
Good job.
Flare.
Yep, start flaring. Don't flare too much. There you go. You're looking good.
Okay, I got it. Oh, I was too far out.
So the graphics got a little, it's just hard to tell sometimes, but it's,
and like I was saying, that's the
stuck
whole,
in
like,
the trees now.
Yeah.
So
you get farther away from you, or you're turning around, you things get a little messed up in your head. So,
but okay, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep in mind, you know, the more you fly this, you're going to start realizing what the plane's going to do. So you're going to know ahead of time, all right, I'm going to lower the throttle. The nose drops. So as you're lowering the throttle, you're just eventually going to start pulling back on the elevator naturally to keep it where you want it. Otherwise, you're going to be entering a dive bomb.
You're going to keep your nose up, yeah. Yeah, because you're losing power. It's the lift to thrust ratio.
Look at you getting all fancy here.
I know, right? This unglued model or flight school. All right. So, turning base to final. So hopefully I could. Well,
it's looking good.
I'm going to do this successfully.
You're pretty far out, so keep a little extra throttle in here.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you're
Drop
lined up.
it. I know. I'm going to flare a little. I'm going to drop my throttle, and then try to keep my flare.
Yay!
Look
at that! You got it.
And you talk yourself through it too.
Yeah.
You know.
So that was really good. So I mean, you're kind of
no brakes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
But that was a very successful landing. You know, coming around base to final, you started doing this maneuver, but you got it under control.
Yeah, and that's as I said, that's again your mind or my mind, kind of like figuring it out. Like, okay, left, right. Oh, left, right, left, right. So. But
yeah, it was really good.
Good, cool. One more, or should you want to play?
No, you can do another one. That was really good one. Try to pretty up that base to final, but your landing was great. I mean, in real life, the plane would have 100% survived that landing. You might have a couple, scratches because she ran into the bushes, but
And another great way to learn how to fly, other than the sim, if you don't have access to like the sim or anything like that, is buddy boxing, right? So we'll be doing that too.
Yeah, buddy boxing is great. Before simulators existed, you had to buddy box, or you had to just fly your airplane and just crash it over and over. Buddy boxing is really good though. We do have 2 transmitters, so we have the capability of buddy boxing. We just don't have a third camera person, so it's hard for us to buddy box and then get the footage that we wanted. So.
Oh, that got ugly.
Yeah, that got ugly. Go around, just go around. Learn to go around too. So the sim teaches you.
Go arounds are free.
So yeah, so.
Oh, nose up.
The sim teaches you a lot of good habits. Go arounds are one of them. If your landing is just no matter what you do, it's not going to work out for you. Go around, guys. Okay. Just get back up in the air and set up again. There's not embarrassing, nothing wrong with that.
I can do it.
Well, that's not the right attitude sometimes. You gotta.
No, like now.
Now you can.
Not when I'm doing.
Not that
Not when I'm an ugly
before.
final. Yeah. Where am I? All right.
You're doing good.
Shh. Long base leg here.
Yeah.
There. And then.
So there you go. You're turning final. So roll that throttle back.
Too tight.
So you're out in the cornfield there. I would go around again.
Oh, this is not going well. Woo! There we go.
So on a go around, you want almost full power. So I can look at your sticks there, and you're on at half throttle. Your plane's on the verge of stalling, and you're trying to go around. So
sometimes I feel that I'm too timid on the controls. It's finding that balance between when you have to be really gentle, or like you have a lot of finesse, and when you have to be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. So and remember, it's a sim, so there's no harm in jamming sticks to their full extent. You got to see what this airplane's limitations are. There's nothing wrong with that on a sim. You got to see what it can do. So you're on the ground.
Yeah.
You probably would have broke the nose wheel off in real life, but that's fixable. Let's reset it in case you have a little damage that we don't see. So let's try to get you a really, really nice one here.
All right. I'm gonna start my turn. Use a little rudder.
Yeah, that's definitely, you do need some rudder. You are correct, but right now,
Just fly.
yeah, don't worry about the rudder right now. But you are correct. It did need a little rudder. So sometimes rudder is a little overwhelming when you're first learning.
So you just want throttle.
You don't. I mean, to make it perfectly a coordinated turn, yeah, it needed rudder, but she's fine with just yank and bank right now, or bank and yank, I should say. Aileron and elevator. There you go. Don't tip those wings too much. Start flaring. Roll out.
I'm rolling out. I'm rolling out.
Okay. Sometimes you wait too long to roll out and get into that.
Well, I am in the grass,
Yeah.
but
Bit bouncy. But, you know, again, the plane's on the ground.
So.
You're doing really good. Your patterns, you're judging the distance, great. You're judging all that really good. Sure, I can fly here. Let's see. So this is a trainer. I'm on high rates. Mary was on high rates, by the way. So these trainers, low rates are just too low in my opinion. So I'm kind of 3/4.
Yeah.
You got a little rudder in the turn. Like you said, it did need rudder, but you don't need it. So
yeah, when you're learning, you just.
So I'm 3/4 throttle here.
Basic stuff.
So this is pretty much what you were doing. So your pattern, your upwind to downwind is great. And like I said, this is where everybody loses it, including me when I first started flying. So I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna roll base leg here. I'm about half throttle now. So I'm tipping my wings in, but I'm not gonna dip them too far. See, I'm already rolling out. Now my throttle is completely chopped. Level wings. Flare. There we go. And then just use the rudder to guide it down the runway. And then, you know, because there's no brakes, you can use the steering to slow yourself down. So
all right, let's try this again.
That's how it's done.
Excuse you.
So, I mean, it just takes practice, obviously, but it's not rocket science. It's just muscle memory. You got to get used to just how the plane flies, basically.
Yeah. And it's good because you can even try different planes too. So different models because they all actually
I think they're
fly
I don't even know how many planes are on here. There's jets and
it's amazing
bush
how
planes,
realistic
trainers, wings. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's really crazy how realistic how they fly in the sim here.
Yeah.
So you can definitely tell a difference. Some more than others, but. So. Okay.
So yeah.
And start my turn. I know I'm a little close.
There you go. Chop the throttle.
Chop the throttle.
Line it up. Roll out. Roll out. Yeah, there you go. You're waiting too long. So.
Oh, sorry. That was my dumb thumbs.
Dumb thumbs. That's a thing. Dumb thumbs.
All right.
That was pretty good though.
Yeah, I mean,
still pretty good.
I wanted to flare, but my thumbs went the other way.
Yeah, the basics are there. You've got the basics. Like the plane is not out of control by any means. So you're doing really good. It's a great start. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of document Mary's journey through learning to fly because she's going to start flying on the channel soon. And
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely a lot of fun. So we'll be doing more building and more flying.
Yeah, we got a lot of planes in boxes.
Yeah, we just got a ton in the mail.
A ton of boxes in the box.
Yeah, I know. Every time I come home, there's 2 or 3 boxes.
Anyway, so she wants to start flying these things.
So, sorry. Anyway, but thanks for joining us. Like, comment, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
And any comments, any tips or anything that you have for us, bring it on. We would love to hear from you. So thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.